Yeah, we on that time. 60 on the board, now we start that climb. Get ready, get set, yeah, the moment's now. When it hits zero, we gon' show you how. Run! Yeah. Yeah. 50 seconds, feel the energy rise. Heartbeat fast, yeah, you feel that vibe. Lights get bright, yeah, the stage gets set. We ain't even started, but you ain't ready yet. 40 on the clock, now we pick up pace. Every second count, yeah, we in that race. Crowd tuned in, yeah, they locked in tight. Whole room buzzing, yeah, we taking flight. Yeah, 30 seconds left, now we turn it up. No slowing down, gotta fill that cup. Energy peaking, yeah, it's building fast. Blink one time, might miss that blast. 40 on the clock, yeah, we feel to the heat. Baseline knocking, got you out your seat. Hands go up, yeah, we ready to go. Whole vibe shift when we hit that flow. 10, 9, feel that energy climb. 8, 7, yeah, it's almost time. 6, 5, yeah, we live right now. 4, 3, let me hear that crowd. Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill. Break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill. Talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track. If your number's off balance, he gon' bring them right back. Got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts. Hydration, motivation, every time he reacts. From the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need. Steve, the kidney nurse, yeah, you know the name. Keep your body in check, yeah, we play no games. Real talk, real health, yeah, we keep it pure. Tap in right now, Steve, the kidney nurse, yeah. Steve, the kidney nurse, yeah. Steve, the kidney nurse.
YouTube, Facebook, what's up? What's up? Welcome to a short episode of Kidney Disease at Night with Steve, the kidney nurse. Tonight, I'm not going to take much of your time. We're going to be talking about congestive heart failure. You know, mean, like, man, what the heck you talking about? Congestive heart failure. Let me tell you something. You have many dialysis patients that deal with this on a daily basis. And a lot of people don't know about it. But many patients get hit with this diagnosis of CHF or congestive heart failure. And let me tell you something. If you've been hit with this, doctor come in your room or say, hey, you got CHF or congestive heart failure. Don't think you're the only one. Check this out. Congestive heart failure can be a common diagnosis, especially in older dialysis patients. Let me repeat that. Congestive heart failure, or CHF, can be a common diagnosis, especially in older dialysis patients. As its name implies, both heart failure and congestion of fluid are present. So a failing heart, congestion, gives you the diagnosis of congestive heart failure. Now, let me kind of bring a little surface level in what this means. With congestive heart failure, the ability of the heart to effectively pump blood throughout the body is decreased. Let me repeat this so you can understand what I'm saying. With congestive heart failure, the ability of the heart to effectively pump blood throughout the body is decreased. As the heart muscle weakens, let me repeat, as the heart muscle weakens, blood flow slows because it's weakening, so it can't pump the blood out. That's going to slow down. And guess what? Congestion occurs. Now, where the congestion occurs in the body depends on which side of the heart is affected. You see right here? You got right-sided. And you got left-sided. So depending on when the congestion occurs in the body depends on which side of the heart is impacted. Now, if the right side of the heart isn't pumping effectively, congestion occurs before the blood reaches that side of the heart. Now, what are you going to see? Just what you see up on the screen. Enlarged jugular veins, an enlarged liver, or edema, which is swelling in the hands or the lower legs, right? And your ankles. And you'll see it in the hands as well. Now, when the left side of the heart is affected, right? Congestion builds up in the lungs. See it right here. Now, blood flows through the lungs immediately before reaching this side of the heart. Now you're going to see shortness of breath, especially when you're trying to lie down and sleep. That's why some people sleep with multiple pillows, because they may be dealing with that same issue of congestive heart failure. So you got to have 2-3 pillows, maybe sleep in a recliner. Because if you lay flat, you may get shortness of breath. Now, we ain't got nobody on YouTube. I got 0 people watching. And it's all good. The show must go on. The show must go on. So, any condition, we got one person that came. Peace. Any condition that affects the strength of the heart muscle can lead to CHF, or congestive heart failure. 2 possible causes are prolonged hypertension or high blood pressure. That's why we say, get your blood pressure checked. Keep up with it. You got a lot of people walking around here with undiagnosed hypertension. They don't know they have it. And guess what? It ain't nobody talking about it. Hey, Goody Too Cool, Big Dog, who else was that? I said, Just Blaze. You know and I know. Ain't no motherfucker talking about it. So if ain't nobody talking about it, it's not going to register in your mind. You're not going to think about it. At least if I tell you what's going on with this, you say, wait a minute. If I drink a lot of fluid and I don't get down to my dry weight and I'm constantly doing things to add fluid on, this could possibly put me in CHF. I got a comment. Oh, hey, Miss Kathy, good evening. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. We got Miss Kathy in the chat over here on YouTube. But let me repeat this again. Any condition that affects the strength of the heart muscle can lead to CHF or congestive heart failure. Now, two possible causes. You may find yourself in one of these groups. Two possible causes are prolonged hypertension, high blood pressure, meaning you done had high blood pressure for a long time and the heart muscle weakens. And now you're on dialysis and you're gaining a lot of fluid. And you find yourself or your family member constantly in the hospital for CHF, fluid overload. This is very, very common. Seriously. And the other condition is myocardial infarction, which is death of some heart muscles. You may hear some people say they had an MI. Now, if you want to help decrease your risk, related to congestive heart failure, you're not going to get it on the other side of TikTok. Hell, you may not even see it on YouTube. You'll see maybe a video, but when you see somebody in real time trying to give you this information that's been in the industry 40 plus years, been in the game 40 plus years, and trying to disseminate that information worldwide. And it's a challenge. Trust me, it's a challenge. It can be discouraging, especially when you only see one person on YouTube and you got 23 on TikTok. Blessings to you. But this information is crucial to many people. To many people. It's probably somebody right now that's in the hospital that has CHF, congestive heart failure. But you wouldn't know unless you related to the person. You're like, yeah, you're right, brother. My mom or my uncle or my dad in the hospital right now dealing with the same shit you talking about. And you're right. There's hardly no information or education on prevention to let us know how we can avoid getting to that point. There's no information. And if it is, it's given to you when maybe you're just getting out the hospital or your mind is cloudy and you're not receiving it well. But if you want to help decrease your risk related to CHF, I encourage you to work with your care team, limiting your fluid intake, staying close to your dry weight, and keeping your blood pressure within normal range are two ways to help keep this at bay. Now we give you some more information. So let's go back. For some people who may have joined us live, this is your first time, welcome. I'm Steve, the kidney nurse. I work in dialysis as a home therapy nurse for PD and HHD now. And I've been involved in this industry 40 plus years. All right. Now, let's go back to the fundamentals so you can understand what's going on if you, one of your family members or loved ones, or somebody you know is dealing with CHF, otherwise known as congestive heart failure. We hear that many times, but a lot of people don't understand exactly what it is. You may be watching this live right now and say, God damn, I was in the hospital for CHF. I didn't know what the hell was going on. The doctor didn't explain shit to me. I just know I had CHF. And that's what's going to be in your records. When you come back to dialysis and I get your records from the hospital and your history and physical, that's going to be on your problem list. CHF, congestive heart failure. So let's get back to the basics to help you understand if you don't understand, and that's okay. We're not here to judge. We're here to listen and learn. So as I mentioned before, if you wasn't here, congestive heart failure, CHF, means the heart is not pumping blood as well as it should. Okay? When the heart is weaker, fluid can build up in the body, especially in the lungs, the legs, the feet, ankles, and the stomach, and especially around the heart. So for a person on kidney dialysis, this is very, very important. Right? It can be, Miss Kathy. This is very important. And it's important because when you look at healthy kidneys, right? They remove extra fluid and salt. Now, if the kidneys are not working, chat, hear me out. If the kidneys are not working, dialysis have to do that. And you may be asking me, dialysis? Yes, this filter right here, along with the machine, the needles, and everything else. But this type of treatment has to do the work of the kidneys. They don't do all of it, just a portion. Hey, Eric Jackson, thanks for the heart meat. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also on YouTube, Steve the Kidney Nurse. Let's get some action over there. Because let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit on no soapbox, but kidney disease education. Do not get the push out and the big audience like a lot of these other platforms where I go in and they listening, doing recaps. I know I be in some of them rooms too, shit. But it'd be 500-600 people listening to, nonsense. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I be like, damn. Why we can't get this type of crowd in a room like this? Well, I try to be a little dramatic. 'Cause I know people like to see a little action. You wouldn't want to see me come up in here with some glasses on, like I'm some Harvard professor with a suit and tie. Some people are like, yeah. But I gotta add some type of antics to draw people in. It's like, wait a minute, what he talking about? Like, yeah, I remember I did have congestive heart failure. I remember the doctor telling me that, but I didn't know what the F it was. Yeah, my mom had it, but I didn't know what it was. I just saw it on the paperwork. Then the next thing you know, she's readmitted, or they're readmitted back in the hospital for the same effing thing. Because no one understood or took the time to explain to you how to prevent that from reoccurring. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Twyla. Hey, Angela, you here? What's going on? What is that? Twillo Fat? Okay, thank you for sharing that. I had an aorta dissecting in the heart and had surgery now in the last 30 minutes. When, recently? The last 30 minutes. How long ago? Oh, AFib and CHF. Thank you for sharing that. And see, this is real. Oh, a year ago. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. All I'm just trying to come on here and do, Twilight, is educate and, hear stories like yourself, and you're still thriving. Not just surviving, thriving. So look at this. As I mentioned, when the heart is weaker and it's not pumping like it should, fluid can build up in the body. Like I said, the lungs, around the heart, feet, stomach. Now, if you got kidney failure, kidney disease, again, this is important because, as I said, healthy kidneys remove the extra salts in the fluid. Now, when your kidneys are not working, you have the same extra salt and fluid on. Now your heart is working harder. It's working harder. And this can lead to swelling, shortness of breath, high blood pressure, and chest discomfort. Serious. When you see people come in trying to take off 4, 3.5, 4 liters, and their blood pressure 180 over 110, 200. I mean, it's constantly like that. Do you know what's happening on the inside? Your heart. And guess what? It's stretching. It's stretching to where now it get to the point where it can't really contract. That's where these blood pressure medicine come in, beta blockers and medicine to help your calcium channel blockers, that help your muscles contract. But a lot of people don't want to listen and understand it to live a quality life. Now, if anyone didn't get it, let me break it down in another way. In kidney dialysis patients, congestive heart failure means the heart is struggling. It's struggling to pump blood, and extra fluid may build up in the body. Because the kidneys can't remove that fluid normally, then the dialysis help manage it. But if you putting all this fluid and say, I can't help it, I just can't help it, and you drinking, and you know you're going over the limit. You know it. And that's what's doing you in. Not managing your fluid intake, which is going to take more than just this. Managing your sodium. Manage if you got diabetes, managing your blood sugar. Because a lot of this stuff make you thirsty. And when you're thirsty or got dry mouth, guess what? Guess what? So please, if you on dialysis watching this, you just started, your mom, your dad, your loved one, your husband, wife, and y'all just getting into this, and you're still like looking for information and trying to navigate your way through this, please take heed to this. And then let me just say this before I move on. As I mentioned, if you're a family member and your loved one just started dialysis, check out my newest book, Navigating the Dialysis Journey, a guide for families. Excuse me. This will help you understand what your family member is going through and also help you through this journey. And you may say to yourself, what do you mean help me? Well, I have chapters in the book, such as building a supportive network, nurturing relationships with healthcare professionals, sexuality and chronic kidney disease, supporting your loved one through dialysis. Got some great chapters for you to help you get through this period alongside with your loved one. And this is available on stevethekidneynurse.com or Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Now, here goes some, and I mentioned this before, here goes some common signs of fluid overload in dialysis patients. Again, some common signs of fluid overload in dialysis patients. These may include shortness of breath. I mentioned that previously. Swelling in the feet, ankles, hands, or face. Rapid weight gain between dialysis treatments. Cough or trouble breathing when lying down. Feeling tired or weak. High blood pressure. So let me say this. If you experience any of these symptoms, right? And a lot of you may be like, yeah, I experience that all the time. Go back and look at how much fluid you're gaining to see if the two correlate. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're short of breath. I'm sure you know that could be multiple things. If you're not gaining a lot of fluid, you're still short of breath. Now you want to look at your hemoglobin. Right? Jackie D. There go Jackie D. I got over here. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Jackie D. What's up, beloved? I'm talking about congestive heart failure. Hey, T-Dog, what's going on? What it do? What it do? Oh, I'm talking about congestive heart failure. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and right here on TikTok. I'm talking about congestive heart failure, how it's a common diagnosis in people with kidney failure, and what people can do to recognize it, and then what you can do to prevent it. It doesn't have to go all the way. Hey, thank you, Jackie D, for picking up that heart meat. But where I was at, T-Dog, Jackie D, I was at some of the common signs of fluid overload in dialysis patients are shortness of breath, swelling in the feet, ankles, hands, or face, rapid weight gain between dialysis treatments, cough or trouble breathing when lying down. And some people, hey, T-Dog, some people like this. Shit, I gotta put a pillow behind my back. And they in a recliner and they go to sleep like this. Cause you know why? Because you sit up and the fluid drains down. But if you laying flat, now the fluid is at your lungs and you can't breathe. So that's why people sit up in a like a lazy boy recliner, or if they in bed, they have a couple of pillows behind them and they just nod off to sleep like that, right? Also, another is feeling tired or weak. If you start feeling tired or weak and you don't know why, but you're gaining fluid and you find yourself taking off a lot of fluid, you may want to look at that and see if the two correlates. Because if you go to treatment and each time you're trying to take off 4 liters, 4.5 liters, 3 times a week, that's a lot. That 4 liters, that's about almost 9 pounds of fluid, fam. Can you imagine having this device take off 9 pounds of fluid? It's taking it off artificially. It's not like you're urinating out the fluid. It's coming off artificially. And so now you're subject to experience hypotension or low blood pressure, cramping, nausea, vomiting as a result of the hypotension. Oh man. Hey, I'm laughing because my colleague XYZ Steve just popped out of nowhere. That was funny. Hey, that was a good one, Steve. You just came out of nowhere and said that's why you should use the crit line. Hey, man, what's going on? Welcome, man. Hey, you know I respect your opinion with the crit line, but I wasn't laughing at that. It's just it came in at the right time. Hey, and you know what? All jokes aside, I can go along with that if you got the staff there to monitor it. We're talking about the crit line, a device that Fresenius use on their machines to monitor like hemoglobin in real time, oxygenation in the blood. But it also takes a collaboratory effort to make that happen, meaning the technicians putting on the devices so you can connect the sensor. If they don't put on that device for the sensor to connect, it's a wrap. Ain't nobody going to take no pay. Hey, Steve, you know that. Once they get treatment started, ain't nobody going to rinse nobody back just to put that on and restart treatment. Unless you got somebody that's anal. You know what I'm saying? We just get it next treatment. It ain't that serious. Now, if we in the ICU, something like that, yeah. But yeah, Steve, welcome, man. But I'm not laughing of the use of the crit line. I'm laughing because that punchline of when I was talking about when you came in with that. So yeah, I always like we never met. Gentleman named XYZ Steve. My name's Steve. So of course I'm gonna have something in common with him. We both got the same name. We both nurses. So that's all it needs. You know, I don't care what color this guy is. You know, I don't know him from a can of paint, but I appreciate his support, you know, that he comes on here. In the beginning, you know, I seen him going across the lives promoting that crit line. And you know what, Steve? All jokes aside, hit me up if you want in my DM And maybe we can get a nephrologist and actually talk about that and like a panel. That's if you want, maybe in August or September. Think about it and let me know. And you can reach me at stevethekidneynurse@gmail.com or my DM. That's if you want. It's on you. I'll leave the door open. And you can come up with the topic about Critline. Is it effective in renal care? Because you know you're going to have a matter of opinions. Because see, there's a saying in medicine that the art of medicine is not an exact science. It's not. Oh, Wendy, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. That means a lot. Your comment means a lot. Please follow me if you can. If you're on YouTube, follow my YouTube channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And if you could share my information in your area, that would really mean a lot so we can disseminate or get that information out there to as many people that need it. But why does it matter about the signs of fluid overload in dialysis patients? For dialysis patients, CHF or congestive heart failure and fluid overload can be dangerous because they may cause breathing problems. How many people had to go to the hospital because you couldn't breathe? Stay coy 38. Thank you. The hospital visits. You go to the hospital, you sit there 14, 15 hours for them, give you some oxygen. If they get a chest x-ray and they see some fluid, they may admit you. But what if they don't admit you and they just tell you to go to dialysis tomorrow? Or whatever. Or if you miss dialysis, we got people that miss it. I remember back in the day, I had this patient because she still urinated that she missed. She would miss her treatment, and she knew the system because if you miss more than 30 days, they can discharge you and give your chair away. She would come on the 20th, 25th day and get her treatment. And so now a lot of units had got to the point where if you miss more than, I believe, 3 treatments a week, and you try to come into dialysis the following week, they want to tell you to go to the ER. They're not going to treat you. Most places won't treat you. Now, some will, but because your potassium level can be high. And you want to be in a place where, Tony Tower, thank you for sharing. Hospital care. And I mean, where you at? You probably experienced that. And I'm sorry that you did, seriously. Because that should be a place of comfort. And I'm responding to someone on my TikTok feed said, hospital care for dialysis patients is a joke. And they're probably right from their experience of what they experienced in the hospital. I can't, confirm or deny. But what I can tell you, and what I talked about last night, about, what was it? Was it last night? Or the night before, about racism in the healthcare system. And that's real. Now, let me give you a helpful message for families, right? This is a helpful message for you to help your loved one and guide them through this journey. Watch daily weight changes. Now, if that means investing in a scale, hell, I got one. Let me show you. I got one right here. I don't be on that motherfucker every day, weighing myself. But I have a scale and I have a blood pressure monitor because I also have kidney disease, stage 2, right? And I don't want to see myself on dialysis. But you already said, if it got to that point, I want to ride it till the wheels fall off. And if that means no dialysis, that means no dialysis. But here's some other things, helpful message for families. As I said, watch daily weight gain changes. Follow fluid restriction. If they tell you 32 ounces per day, help your loved one manage that. There are certain remedies, things you can do to quench your thirst. Like get quench gum. If you got dry mouth, use mouthwash. Get a spray bottle and put lemon flavored water in there and spritz your mouth. Suck on candy like what's those mints that come in the white mints with the red lines on it and the little plastic wrappers, and you suck on them, they kind of melt in your mouth. And then what's the other ones? Oh man, I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. What is it? Certs, the one that are round, got the hole in it, and they white. Yeah, salt peppermint. Yeah, thank you, Courtney and Tony Towers, Starlight Mints. But that helps. Frozen grapes, getting ice cubes. Hey, Tony, getting your favorite beverage and putting it in the ice cube tray and throw that joint in the freezer. And then you can suck on ice cubes. But you got to remember, Tony, you got to count that into your fluid. Yeah, the frozen grapes. But this will help curb wanting to drink more fluid. Thus, you go to treatment, they're trying to pull off all this fluid, and it can have a serious impact on you. Also, follow the low salt diet. Seriously. Because some people be like, man, I'm going out on the weekend. I want to eat me some Chinese food. I want to get some fried chicken. I seen this. Hey, Courtney P, thank you. I seen people, share from eating where they at. And a lot of that food, I'm not judging nobody or anything like that, but you got to remember, there's sodium in everything. There's sodium in everything. And so we just have to be mindful of what we ingest. As I say, keep dialysis appointments, report swelling or breathing changes quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much when it comes to congestive heart failure, you could turn this around. But you want it to get to the point where you're walking around with hypertension and you're not addressing it. And remember, you got to be cautious if you say, man, F that, I ain't taking no high blood pressure medicine. I'm going to go the natural route. I'm going to go the herbal route. Hell with taking the medicine in the clinic, the clonidine and anything else. You got to be very, very mindful of that. Because I had a young lady that shared with me. I can show it on TikTok. I can't show it on YouTube because I don't have it loaded in my computer. But a young lady shared with me a DM message on TikTok that said she had a dialysis buddy that passed away from a heart attack. She said he decided not to take the medicine that was suggested by the doctors, or if he came in the unit and if his pressure was high, he would refuse the medicine at the unit. And she said he went the herbal route and he ended up having a heart attack. And so you got to be very, very careful, because a lot of times when one take one of these herbal supplements, you got to look at the ingredients on the back of that package and then do your due diligent research to see if that ingredient interacts with anything that you may be taking. Ash, oh, there go my sister in peace. Ash, what's going on? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, I know you had, because I've seen some of the things that you had posted. But hey, yeah. But yeah, I was talking about congestive heart failure. Now, I don't know if you ever dealt with anything like this, having fluid around the lungs or the heart. I hope you never have to experience anything like that. And so this is why not missing treatment and watching, like today. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow, many people will be going to dialysis. Oh, okay. Tomorrow, many people will be going to treatment, right? The thing about it, it's a 3-day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. And what happens for many people on dialysis, this 3-day is very challenging. Because when you go to dialysis during the week, it's every other day. And here you got this extra day, and it gives a person an extra day to drink fluid. I'm sure, beloved. I'm sure. And that's why home dialysis is going to definitely be a better option for you. And you can resume that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, stay coy. What are you using? What's your prescription? And then maybe, I mean, it's a lot of things we will have to dissect, like what type of transporter. We're talking about PD over here. One of persons in the Moon Man, salute, in the chat saying that PD is not working for them. And so we don't know, the type of transporter they are, what solution they're using. Are they using yellows? Are they using green? How's the membrane? Did they do a PET test to see if you're clearing? So it's a lot that maybe the PD nurse have already done. And hopefully they can get that cleared out. Oh, really? But you run and work out. Four mostly green. Still not pulling enough. Even the 4.25, we're talking about PD solution, chat. PD never worked for me. Ultimately, almost. Wow. Now, see, this, when it comes to treatment options, for some people, they may have a positive experience with home dialysis, and some people may not. But that don't mean because someone had a terrible experience that you're going to have a terrible experience. And I think that's where the myth comes in, and that it makes a lot of people nervous. Because you heard, like, when someone goes to the movies and they say, I didn't like that movie. But you never seen it yet. But you say, I ain't going to go, because if you didn't like it, I probably won't like it. But you end up seeing this shit on cable, you be like, damn, I should have went and seen it. But like, I wait till it, hey, Moon Man, I wait till it come on cable, so I don't have to pay no $15, $20 to see it in the movies. But you know what I'm saying? Just because someone had a bad experience doesn't mean that's going to happen with you. Good night. Oh, okay, Lorna. Thank you for coming by. Follow me if you can. But yeah, stay coy. I'm sorry to hear that. But let me tell you something. Stay coy. Don't give up home dialysis. If you can't do PD, you always can do HHD. I'm teaching somebody right now on that Tableau machine. Now we have the next stage as well. And like, what's the next stage? Let me show you. This is the next stage machine right here. This is the Tableau. Two different machines. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. But hey, I wouldn't give up the home dialysis if you can't do PD anymore. I would just switch over to HHD if you can. So, what's that comment? That's okay. I'm going to do. Oh, okay. I just seen that. See, we was thinking along this. Hey, Ash, we was thinking along the same route. We was on that same wavelength. Stay coy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad because I just felt that that's what you was going to do. That's why I mentioned that. For some reason, I felt that. Hey, Mitzi, what's going on? Hey, Mitzi, I got a nephrologist locked in for that panel in August. And I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple of people and hopefully that young lady. And I haven't heard from Brother Bernard. You heard from Brother Bernard? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen no action over there. I hope he's okay. I really do. But everyone, there's going to be a great panel discussion in August that if you could tune in, this is going to be a show you're not going to want to miss. All pertaining to patients being involuntarily discharged from the dialysis center. We're going to have a panel, kidney doctor, nurses, and actually patients that are actually going through this. So you ain't going to want to miss this. I'll put out all the details later, but this is going to be something you're going to want to see and participate in. Oh, wow. The 22nd. Oh, you know him like that? Damn. You know him like that? What number you got? We ain't got, Ash. Oh, okay. So where's that comment? Person just said they had CHF. Oh, what did I miss about CHF? I had that. All right, let me go back over it. All right, I'm gonna go back over it for you, Missy Bursell. I'm Steve, the kidney nurse. Welcome to my live. I appreciate you. Right now, I'm live on YouTube. Thank you for the heart me. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook, right? So what I talked about, I don't mind going back over it. And then I'll probably end the live because I got a flight in the morning. So what I talked about, I kind of broke it down to explain what does congestive heart failure mean for kidney dialysis patients. And what that means is congestive heart failure, or CHF, means the heart is not pumping as well as it should. It's weakening because it's trying to work harder because of the fluid. So when the heart is weaker, fluid builds up because it's not pumping throughout the body. The fluid builds up in the body, especially in the lungs, legs, feet, and stomach. Now, what I explained, YouTube, you can't see this. I have a chart on TikTok. I said where the congestion occurs in the body depends on which side of the heart is affected. So let's say at the right side, We got right here, right side CHF. If the right side of the heart isn't pumping effectively, congestion occurs before the blood reaches that side of the heart. Now, what you're going to see is enlarged jugular veins up here. Jugular vein may be distended, right? An enlarged liver or edema or swelling in the hands and feet may be seen. Now, if the left side of the heart is impacted or affected, you're going to see congestion build up in the lungs. That's where blood flows through the lungs immediately before reaching this side of the heart. So you're going to have shortness of breath, especially when you lying down. That's going to be common. So Miss Birdsong, Birdsell, I'm sorry. What was your name? You said, please reveal our community gift. You can find it by tapping your live gift. I don't know where that is. I'll be honest with you. I still got a lot to learn with this shit, Miss Dolly. Oh, okay. Okay. I see it. Please reveal. I see the gift. Oh, I see Miss Dolly. Thank you. I see the cat and the chili and the Go Popular and the heart meat. Thank you, Courtney P. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm learning this. Okay. Yeah, I really don't, you know, like really do this. Cause I just been here trying to pump the information, but you said something about it. But anyway, thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, Miss Bird, and then I talked about any condition that affects the strength of the heart muscle can lead to CHF or congestive heart failure. And I said two possible causes are prolonged hypertension, high blood pressure, and myocardial infarction, death of some muscle tissue. Death of some heart muscle. And so I also mentioned that common signs of fluid overload in dialysis patients may include shortness of breath, swelling in the feet, ankles, hands, or face, as you see with left-sided CHF, rapid weight gain between dialysis treatments, cough or trouble breathing when lying down, feeling tired or weak, and high blood pressure. Now, I also mentioned that families can be on the lookout and patients of watching their daily weight changes. Invest in a scale you can have at home. Follow fluid restrictions. Follow low salt diet. Keep dialysis appointments. And report swelling or breathing changes quickly. And so that's what we talked about when it came to CHF. To help you understand, if you deal with this, to help you what you're dealing with. Hey, Miss Juicy, thank you. Thank you for the roses. I'm Steve. I appreciate you. This is to help you understand, not to throw any technical mumbo jumbo. Christine, not to throw any technical mumbo jumbo. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Nah, excuse my language. We're just keeping it real. No. If you go through this or you know somebody that had this and that shit was too technical for you to understand, I'm just trying to break it down in a way to help you understand. So if you or your loved one or someone you know that is dealing with this, then maybe you could be armed with information to further prevent this from happening and staying at the hospital. And say, oh, okay, now I see. Watching my fluid intake, watching my sodium, keeping abreast of my weight. Because if you don't know that, then you could be doing something that could kind of be detrimental to you in the long run. It may not happen right then and there. It doesn't happen until one day you wake up and you short of breath. And you're like, where did this come from? And it's something that's been building and building up. And maybe they weren't taking enough fluid off at dialysis. And the next thing you know, you're in the hospital and you're calling the dialysis. I'm not coming today. Why not? I'm in the hospital. They're like, do you know why you're in the hospital? They said I had fluid on my lungs. And you get in the call from the doctor, Dr. Gupta. Shelly, when Mrs. Blackstone come back, I want you to try to take off an extra 1 to 2 liters. She had fluid in her heart and in her lungs. X-ray showed it. And now you like, what the hell going on? So you want to be very, very careful when it comes to this. Because I don't want to see no one in the hospital if they don't have to be. And with that being said, YouTube, I want to go ahead and sign off. Like I said, I got an early flight in the morning to Austin, Texas to finish my last portion of my training. And a lot of you are like, what training? Let me show you. I already did this, but I got to go back again because I got taught by the representative because I had to start a patient ASAP. But now I got to go and hear this again. But to finish my training for this, to get signed off, and the next stage, this is a 2-system piece. And the benefits with this machine, you can, this is, the bottom piece is called the Pure Flow. And this is where you make your sack, your solution. But if this breaks down, you can hang your express bags. They got express bags, which has dialysate in them, but it's a lot. It's about 6, 7, 8 bags. So this, the Tableau, it doesn't have, it's one system. And the bath is in the back. The bicarb and the acid are in jugs. And they connect in the back. You ain't got to make it. It's already made. Here, you got to make it. So they both, had their plus and minuses. So, but I'm going for training for the whole week. Be back on Friday. And that shit gonna be brutal. Because it's 8 hours Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like 8 hours. We get a break, lunch, and all that. But imagine information constantly being thrown at you for 8 hours. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you. Seriously. I hope you learned something or was able to take something away from what I talked about that could add value into your life or your loved one's life. And so for YouTube, we see you later. Take care. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And may God bless you. Peace. Let me get out with the Steve the Kidney Nurse video. Peace.
Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill, break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill, talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track, if your numbers off balance, he gon' bring them right back, got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts, hydration, motivation, every time he reacts, from the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need, Steve the Kidney Nurse.